Okay, so I'm back. And where we was at? Okay, so this is like part 7, 6. I don't know. I lost count. Um. Anyways, back to the court case, November 15, 2017. So my sister is over the phone because she's incarcerated at this point. She's in the county, and what happened? So basically, for the first time ever, every court case we ever been to prior to that day, we never got to speak. And by we, I mean me and my mother, because for the longest, it was just only me and my mother who was coming to court. And then my auntie started coming to court after my sister got arrested. And she think that it was serious and that she had to, possibly make some moves around so she could get her great nephews. Okay, so anyways, the judge, she was a black lady. She asked the court, she asked us if anybody else had anything to say, and I raised my hand like, yeah, oh, yeah, I do. And I didn't know she was talking to us, so she like, maternal aunt, do you have anything to say? I was like, yes. My mom, she had got so emotional that she had walked out of the court, so she didn't get to speak that day. She got so emotional, she just walked out. Um, and I spoke. I said, basically that I wanted to be put back in the running to be able to get my nephews because I have they are not allowing me to get my nephews over lies. They are saying that I had heroin in my system when I never ever done any drugs outside of marijuana, and I said that in the courts as well to the judge. I've never done any drugs outside of marijuana, so it's impossible for me to have heroin in my system. The judge asked them to present those drug screens, and where it showed, the ones that show that I had small trace amounts of heroin in my system. And them heifers could not present, at this point, Kimberly Herzog, the DCS caseworker or whatever, she was on vacation or whatever. They did a lot of changing of people, constant changing of people throughout this case. And we had a step in one whose name was Brittany Fields, and she was a black lady. Anyways, so she was the one who the judge asked those questions to present those screens, put them files up and put them screens out, and she could not present not one drug screen that said heroin on it. All she could do was write the note or whatever. I mean, was present a note where Kimberly had wrote something along the lines or whatever. But that's inadmissible. Where are the drug screens? Pull the drug screens up, and they could not. And from that moment on, it's been off of my back that they cannot even say that about me. So they don't say anything about me, period, no more. Up until then, they would tell the judges that the reason why I can't is because of failed drug tests, failed drug screens, or whatever, being very vague about it. But when they were asked to present those screens, they just stopped, at that point, and they couldn't. At that point, they no longer bring my name up. They try to hurry up and act as if I don't even fucking exist, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm nowhere in there. But I have been on every single thing that we can be at. Not the ones that we need to be, but if we can be there, me and my mother are there. You're going to see both of our names on that list right next to maternal grandmother and maternal aunt. Okay? So moving on. Um, After that, my aunt, she moves into another apartment, okay? She moves into no, not another apartment. Yeah, it was an apartment. She moved into the to a 2 bedroom apartment, okay? Or was it a 3 bedroom? I think it was a three. I don't know. Either way it goes, it passed, right? It passed, and they could not say nothing about it. This was way back January of 2018, okay? And they set up a court case hearing for us to come to get the custody changed over to my maternal aunt. That's what it was supposed to be about, okay? Let DCS tell us. And we get there March, and totally not even. This when they start pulling the continuance, all the constant continuances. Oh well, the judge isn't gonna be able to. He has something to do, so he's gonna continue the case, and every time they would continue it, it would be far out, in the months. So we come up to May 9th, and May 9th was supposed to be permanency. Now permanency means that it was supposed to be the end of the case, that it cannot go no further than that, right? Wrong. Because when they doing illegal, corrupt ass shit like they're doing to us, the rules no longer apply. Okay? Do you understand? So, We get to permanency May 9th or whatever, and they pull another dang on continuously, and they talk about now we got to go to trial. Basically, we have to take it to trial. I don't understand why we have to take it to trial, as if somebody is on going to go to jail for this shit or something. The person who's going to go to jail already went to jail. They sentenced my sister back in February. We in May at this point, but back in February they sentenced my sister to um she took a plea deal. That's what she did. And she's been in the penitentiary since then or whatever, since February of 20 um I don't okay, my bad. No. Yeah, since February 2018, but she's been locked up since October 2017, okay? 2018, 2017. So, anyways, and she got an early release date of October 2019. So, next October, this time next year, she can get out. Anyways, and she's never been to jail or anything like that. They gave her the max, and that's because Beth Weber, remember I told you to remember that name, Beth Weber, guardian ad litem. She recommended my sister get the max for the situation. And that's because they want to adopt these children out. This is what her basis was on. My sister's defense was that she was going through postpartum depression and battered woman syndrome. Now, to deny the battered woman syndrome, Beth Weber said that, and she said this under oath, and she committed fucking perjury when she did it, okay? She committed perjury. She said that the only thing she ever seen on my sister was a split lip. A split lip. That's all she'd ever seen. My sister's whole fucking knee was broke when she went to jail. She had just broke her knee she didn't break it. He broke her fucking knee. You know what I'm saying? But she had just got her knee broken like 2 or 3 weeks before she turned herself in. Okay? And I told y'all how my sister's face looked at that first family meeting. Swollen. Her mouth was hanging off of her face. She was talking out the corner of her mouth like this, with the one side of her lips that she could move a little bit. She could not even open her mouth to talk. She couldn't move her jaw. Her eye was blacked. Her mouth was coming off her face. Her face was swole. And Beth Weber said the only thing she seen was a split lip. She committed perjury when she did that. And she said that so that my sister would definitely get the time. And my sister has been in the penitentiary ever since. And now, let's keep on going. So, okay, permanency happened, and we had a court date set for September 13th. Okay? Which is my brother's birthday. So, after they did that in May, that put me on my toes. Okay, that put me on my toes. At that point, I'm like, I gotta do something. And I started doing all types of different things. I done went to voodoo. I done did all, it done really made me take a complete 360 turn, all about my nephews, because they didn't put me in a position where they playing with my heart, And I'm so worried. I'm so scared because I know how vile and freaky and weird white people be. And I know these is not good people, because if they were good people, then they would not want these kids to be away from their family who clearly, obviously loves them. I also skipped past some things. My bad. Same court. Now that we're talking about the foster parents, let's talk about the foster parents. Their names is Erica Hedge and what is the other girl name? Her name, Erica Hedge, is the one who has my oldest nephew, Fatty, and my second nephew, Tezzy. And, I know her name. This sounds bad, but I know her name. It's just she not the one who we do the most, like she not doing all super, super extra stuff. Like the baby not coming up all, sick and stuff. But her name is, and the other one name is Jennifer. I can't remember the last name right now, but her name is Jen. Anyways, my nephew, my oldest nephew, who was 2 when they took him, he is a really friendly child. He's a really friendly child. He always has been. He the type that you gotta, keep a constant reminder on and let him know that you can't talk to strangers. He one of them kids. And the reason why I say that is because my nephew has yet to adjust to this evil person. And I know she evil because my baby ain't adjusted to her yet. If she was any slight bit about the right, he would not be acting like that to have to go back with her after all this time that he's been with her. Okay? The last time that my mom seen him, because I told y'all that they stole my visits right as soon as my sister got arrested in October of 2017. They stole my mama's visit in January of 2018. On her last visit, everything was normal. They had a good time or whatever until the end. And of course he fell out because he always, always, always has a full breakdown every time that he has to part from us. He do it every time. But this time he was just screaming and crying and fighting her. And as soon as the door opened and he synced. When he synced Jen, and it was just for Jay, for Woo Daddy, the youngest baby, he didn't do all that. But when he opened that door, when they opened that door and it was Erica at that door, the one he had to go with, he froze. My mama said you seen the fear all over him. He just started screaming and crying. I don't like it there. I don't want to go. I don't like it there. I don't want to go. I don't want to leave her. I don't want to go with her. I don't like it there. He just kept screaming and crying and hollering at her. And when she tried to pick him up, he just started fighting her and hitting her. And my mom had to try to console him. And how do you know how it feels to have to constantly have to console him when it's not okay? And you got to tell him that it's okay, but it's not okay. Do you know how hard that really is to have to do? To tell somebody who you supposed to be, the one that you look out for. That's your little person. You supposed to be their protector. And you gotta tell them that it's okay and you gonna be alright when you don't really even fucking know. That shit hurts so fucking bad. But so my mom had to actually, and she's not even allowed to do what she was done. But the guy who had to oversee or watch everything, he told her that it was okay and that she could take him down there. Cause if my mama wasn't there, then she wouldn't even been able to get him down there. Cause he was not going with her. My mama put him in his car seat and all that, and she put Tezzy in his car seat on the other side of the car. And my mama phone ring, and it was my sister. My sister is not allowed to talk to Tezzy because that's the one who she has the contact order against, the one who she's in jail behind, the one who the whole case started behind. She's not allowed to talk to him. So that's why the foster parent Jill, oh, that's the other one name. Her name not Jen, her name is Jill. My bad. But Erica, the one who we talking about, yeah. So, Erica was like, my mom had put my sister on the phone with Tezzy, and that was a bald-faced lie. She allowed my sister to talk to Fatty, and she can talk to Fatty. She's allowed to talk to Fatty, and she can talk to Woo Daddy too. She can talk to both of them. And that's who my mom allowed her to talk to. And Erica went and told DCS that, and DCS stole my mom's rights because of that, stole her visitations, and nobody has been able to lay one eye on them ever since. Nobody. So that's how I know that them is some evil people that they with. The fact alone that they know that these kids got a family who love them and have been fighting for them the whole time, and they still are trying to adopt them. That shows that they ain't about the right. Because I don't care. I was trying to be a foster parent. I wanted to be a foster parent before all of this happened. And I would never do that. I would never try to separate a child from their mother. Never. From their family, their aunties, their whoever. If that child really loves them and they really love that child, I would not dare try to stand in the way of that person, of that child being a whole human. Because how could you be whole if you don't even know who the fuck you are? How can you be a whole person if you don't even know who you are? And they can't teach them. Moving on. So, that happened. And before that, in the same with Erica, the first thing that happened, Fatty, my oldest nephew, he came to a visit before his mom got incarcerated, and he had a face full of fucking abrasions going all up his face, of abrasions on his nose, his forehead, and on his mouth, his chin. Like he scraped his shit on the ground or something. And Africa gonna tell us when we brought it to her attention that he did. A lot of kids his age don't know how to put their arms out in front of them to protect them, but that's fucking second nature for any fucking human. A baby gonna put their goddamn arms out in front of them. What are you talking about? Like that's the first time he's ever fucking failed. And then when my mom asked if her daughter would do it, she said, "Oh yeah, my daughter would put her arms on in front. Like her daughter's smarter than my nephew or something, or above our nephew, or you know what I'm saying? Sick, and that's the supervisor to these people." Moving on. So, and also my nephew, the middle one, the one who this all is about, Tezzy. He had a fucking black eye in this bitch's care. And it was in the middle of October. The same month that all this happened, my sister got arrested and my visits got taken. Tezzy had a black eye, and in court, they gonna tell the judge that it was a mosquito bite in the middle of fucking October in Indiana. And a dark melanated child, darker than my color, my skin complexion. He's darker than me. And a goddamn mosquito look like a black eye? I think not. Anyways, they said that they sent a picture to their friend who's a doctor, and he diagnosed it as a mosquito bite, and the fucking courts allowed that to go through. They accepted that as the fucking answer. So that's why I say the courts is in on it as well, because ain't no way that should have been okay. Ain't no way. But moving on. Secondly, so the only thing that the guardian ad litem is trying to hold against the entire family, and my auntie didn't even say anything. It was just really me and my mom who and my sister who did not want the baby Woo Daddy to have that surgery, because there was another option that they could have did, but Indiana, the hospital just love to cut on you because they get more money from when they perform those kind of surgeries on people. Okay, moving on. They didn't want to do the other options. They just wanted to cut on a premature brand new baby and put him in all that unnecessary pain for a surgery he didn't even fucking need. And everybody knows that. It was a G-tube. And because we did not want him to go through that unnecessary surgery, they try to hold that against us as if we would not take care of him, or if he needed medical attention, we would not be the ones to make sure he get it or something like that, because we didn't want him to go through any unnecessary pain. And even after the fact, everybody fucking learned how to. Everybody got G-tube trained on how to do it, how to clean it out, how to put it back in if it come out, and how to keep it up under his shirt and taped to his stomach so that it don't hang and pull on his intestines. Yeah, we learned all of that. So even after the fact, and when he was healing, his mother was there the whole time he was in the hospital healing. So even after the fact, we still made sure that because he did do it, everybody know how to do it. My auntie and her babysitter, all of them know how to do it. Everybody's G-tube trained. And that's the only thing that the guardian ad litem is trying to stand on the reason why we should not be reunited with our family members, and why they should be adopted off. That's the only thing. And that's who's really standing in our way right now as we speak. The reason why my auntie, because my sister and Block, they both signed their rights off over to my auntie. Both of them signed them over to my auntie. And that was supposed to be all we needed. But now we need the guardian ad litem or whatever, and she's still not going with it. So, it's a lot. It's really just a super duper lot. And the story still is continuing. I got one more video to make after this, and then we'll finally be done. I just want to thank everybody who has stayed through and watched this. If you have clicked that the message that's up under these videos to get to that petition to sign that, I really need you to sign and share that petition. Sign it. Share these videos, everything. Get some attention to get some attention put out there on this topic, because they are coming from, just how it's me, it could easily be anybody, because it shouldn't even be us right now. They have no reason to be a hold of our nephews, and they still got them to this day.